Alright guys, so for this one I'm gonna be changing the power steering seals, one here and possibly one here. There's two, so I'm gonna try and replace these two, and also the fluid. And yeah, so I just been cleaning it and kind of letting it soak in, and yeah, that's just gonna really break down everything. And then just keep this wet and make sure it isn't dry. So I'm gonna clean this up real nice and then get to these seals. Then after that, I'm gonna take out the filthy fluid in there. And yeah, I had to drive everywhere for a turkey baster to try and pull out the fluid, but I finally found one, so should be good. Alright guys, so I got it as clean as possible without going into too much detail. I can get it a 10 out of 10, but that's not really what I'm trying to do right now. Wipe this off too. So yeah, the way you would do this is just use a good powerful degreaser, water base, and a toothbrush. That's what I use, a toothbrush. Just literally get in there, and then after, once you have all the grime loose, you just hit it with a sprayer, a water sprayer. And I have those, like the little one that pumps, and then you could spray it, and it's very soft and gentle. You're not gonna get everything everywhere. You would want to like cover up the engine or any paint work or whatever. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna get a 10 and pop these off. Alright guys, so this is the fluid that I'm using. Obviously it's gonna be genuine Honda genuine, well, not Honda genuine, but yeah, Acura power steering fluid. Never use anything else. You'll ruin the system, the seals, and all that. And yeah, so just 4 bottles. I'm just gonna dump one in, t- um, rotate the wheel, lock to lock, and then dilute it. Dump another one, dump another one, dump another one, and yeah. So just gonna be diluting it basically. Um, that's the seal kit that I got, part number, and it comes with 2 seals. So yeah, gonna do that right now, and then I'm gonna change the fluid. So oh, and also I got this right here, turkey baster, that's gonna go inside and basically go like that. You take up fluid, dump it in a bottle right here, and dispose of it or whatever. But yeah, so what kind of sucks though is that I got this for like a lot of money, probably 10-15 bucks, and it's actually really really nicely made. It's food grade and everything, and I'm like, I could probably use this for cooking, and but I'm just gonna end up ruining it, and it's gonna be basically a car tool. So that kind of sucks, because I thought it was gonna be like a little cheap one that they were gonna have, but I got like the fanciest one, the only one that they had. So yeah. Alright guys, so I'm gonna crack this one off right here. I have another seal, but I'm not sure if that one goes to that one or what's everything about, because the orange one fit here. The other ones seem too big to fit here, so I'm gonna see if it goes here. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna clean it up and put it back the way it is. So we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so I'm kind of having a little bit of trouble getting that seal out. And if you guys have girl around, these things are very, very good. I just snagged this one from some hair right now. And yeah, I'm gonna try and pick that out. I was trying with the screwdriver, the flat blade, but couldn't get in there. So yeah, so just try with the hairpin and just try and get that out. Alright, so I have the new seal in there. And it fits super snug. Feels nice. Alright guys, so after starting the car, turning it lock to lock, nothing, no leaks out the return and high pressure, so everything's good to go. Now it's time to take the fluid out. Alright guys, so I'm gonna get the remaining stuff out and then fill it up. Alright guys, so let's try and get a close-up. There's a filter inside and the filter looks pretty clean. There's particles down there, but I honestly thought it was gonna be like black sludge, but it looks surprisingly good. See the little black specks like right here? So yeah, so looks pretty good in there. So now I'm gonna fill it up lock to lock probably a few dozen times and then repeat the same process. So I didn't take the full bottle, so that's good, because that just means that I'm just gonna pour this back in there anyways, just to dilute the old with the new. So now I'm gonna start up the car, and yeah. Alright guys, so I just turned the wheel lock to lock about 14 times. Now let's check the color of the oil, the fluid. Yep, got dark again. So now I'm going to take this out and put in a fresh one, and just repeat that process for the 4 bottles that I have. Alright guys, so I kind of reached a little problem. That's the fluid that I got out. Disgusting. This is the fluid that's coming out. That's not as bad as it was originally. You could still see through it. There's no physical, like, visible particles like there was before, of like just discoloration and stuff. And that's barely one of these bottles and 3/4 of this bottle, and I still have 2 more other bottles. So kind of seems a little bit wasteful just to be doing this, but I'm just gonna at least get 3 in the system. So I have probably a little bit less than 50% actually in here, and I have 1 more bottle. And yeah, that kind of sucks though, because it's already clearing up, and just putting those other bottles in there just seems very, very wasteful. So I'm just gonna end up just doing this bottle and another bottle, and then call it quits in that, and then just save the other bottle for like a rainy day. Alright guys, so I cleaned up the reservoir a little bit better. I kind of cleaned in here a little bit. You could see the difference between that and what it looks like in between, so you already know it's gonna get pretty clean. Toothbrush and everything, a detail will get into there, so that's when I clean up everything. So I have the 2 seals. I clean up the pump as good as possible for now. Fresh fluid, and the way you could actually check your level, you get your little flashlight or your phone, put it in the back, illuminate it from here, and you could see that the upper line is for upper, lower is to add lower. So yeah, so that's gonna be the little video. And super silky smooth steering. It feels really, really good. The RSX does have a little bit of a funky design as far as the rack and like the whole geometry of the steering, which causes a little bit more effort, but that's just due to the fact that just the geometry of the RSX, the DC5, and the 7th Gen Civic. But doing this service, it definitely makes it a lot more smoother and enjoyable to drive. But yeah, alright guys, so that's gonna be a little video. If you like this little video, like, subscribe, and comment. Do this ASAP. You will not regret it. Feels very good. And make sure Honda Genuine or Acura Fluid. Alright guys, I'll see ya.